From Thomas, and this is a fun one. WoW is a pretty old game. It will hit 17 years this year. It's received a lot of updates, changes over time. Is it possible WoW will die of old age, not bad content? To which I would say, I think that World of Warcraft is timeless as an art style to the point where it does not need to change engines or anything like that. I think it will basically just be, can they keep the core World of Warcraft experience feeling continually engaging? I think that's something we've really seen the team... it's as if the team have actually seen that question years ago and thought, oh yeah, we can make great content, but if it all feels the same, the game will be the same forever, and then people will run away. Yeah. Therefore, they do these big, daring, systemic risks. Yeah. I'd say it will sort of... It's like it won't die via collapse of old age, but it could decrease and decrease and decrease slowly and slowly over time to the point where the company would deem that the opportunity cost of continued development is no longer worth it. Now, that said, World of Warcraft is such a large game and is so profitable that I even though it's 17 years old, I really struggle to see that happening anytime soon.
Yeah, I think that the IP and experience will die long before tech, because with IP you can't do this. With design you can sort of, but with tech you can just ship a thesis it, where like World of Warcraft, if you give it the time and the resources, there's basically, as far as I'm aware, there might be something I don't know, but that sounds a bit fucking fucking stuff. But there might be some part of World of Warcraft I don't understand, but you can, given time, replace every line of code with new code. You can recreate a system to do what it needed to do and then more. So I think, like, unless they have something that's really crippling them or something they will not change, that like if they've got like one plank in the heart of the ship, they're like, no, we're keeping this and we're going down if this one ever goes. It's a thing where I think they will be able to replace all of its tech as it goes. It's just a matter of will the institutional will for World of Warcraft retain, and will the player base? I think those are the real questions versus the tech.
And I would say those things will last at least another decade, probably 15 years. Yeah. I fully expect WoW to be a 30-year-old game at some point. Yeah,
there's fundamentally no reason for it not to. I mean, there's reason for it to like slide off player base, but there's like I can't imagine with the resources there would have to be the most monumental fools in existence to have the resources and the will to do something and not be able to.
Yeah, and I'd say, like, if I was going to be a 30-year-old game, then our expansions need to spend more time in Azeroth and the World of Warcraft, because that, if it's going to be that old, it will start having to lean in newer players more. And those new players will need the connection to Azeroth that we all had. And I think, an expansion that is focused on Azeroth would do that, as would a Warcraft 4. And I think that the way that they should do it is WoW expansion, Warcraft 4, big WoW expansion that feels like WoW 2, that's is sort of an era. Basically, World of Warcraft at some point soon will need its Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker so that the next chapter can begin. Yeah. And I think doing that will help to give them that longevity. So, unless there's anything you want to add.
Yeah, no, it's just I was just thinking, I'm very happy you said Endwalker and not A Realm Reborn, because I've been reading the producer and director of FF14's uncensored bi-weekly Famitsu column, where he talks about how he made that whole process happen, and it's incredible. It's such a good read. But,
I should read that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So next up, we got a super chat from Daniel M, who says, my friends and I have discussed about how Activision/Blizzard is a fairly old school company, and what they need is more innovation. Any thoughts? To which I say, I think on the games front they know that. Yeah. I just don't think we've seen any of it yet, because they are hiring a lot of people, as we've seen. Like, go into the Blizzard LinkedIn, there's like 340 open roles. I think most of them. I did a scroll through, and it's like a lot of dev stuff. Yeah. So, and you're thinking about, like, at one point they were working on a StarCraft Battlefield-esque shooter. Yeah. That could be pretty crazy new and innovative. I mean, imagine Battlefield, but like it's fully up in space. I mean, I remember loving Battlefield 2142 so much. I mean, Blizzard doing that would have been really cool. Sure, it got cancelled, but that was a pretty out there thing for Blizzard. I think that Overwatch 2 and D4 will come out. WoW will keep on trucking, and I think they will actually try to innovate. more.
Yeah.
It just depends, is Alan Adams still there running the incubation unit for smaller, riskier projects? Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, it's like within World of Warcraft, we don't see a whole lot of innovation because it's World of Warcraft and they're kind of trying to stick to their guns largely and innovating where they can on it.
Yeah.
But Blizzard as a whole, I mean, Overwatch was a pretty big innovation.
Yeah.
It's hard to
start a genre in a way.
Yeah, hard to understate and undersell just what Overwatch was. It was absolutely gargantuan. Kind of revitalized loot boxes, which we'll absolutely blame on them, the bastards. But the hero shooter genre, it inspired. Well, no, actually no. I was about to lie. I was about to say it inspired Battleborn. It didn't. That was a coincidence that Gearbox got really hard by. But I mean,
yes, it's like the Armageddon Deep Impact situation.
Yeah.
For movies.
Yeah. Which is a whole. Twin movies is such an interesting concept. I love it, but let's not get into that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh Christ.
Olympus has fallen, White House down,
Yeah.
etc., etc.